My name is Henry Birkbeck. I am a lawyer. I'm counsel at a law firm called Reed Smith. So I work in entertainment and media practice within the law firm. So I work across music, film and TV, and general digital content. I deal a lot with contracts, so I'm not a litigator. I do a lot of contract formation and negotiation. So it's really a lot of kind of legal issues, drafting contracts, negotiating them for clients, and trying to unpick when contracts have been drafted poorly or there's misunderstanding between the parties. So I trained at a different law firm where I did kind of general commercial law. And because I had an interest in the music industry and a background in the media industry, I transitioned across after a couple of years, and and ever since I've been, it's great. It's been a combination of what I trained to do and an industry I like working in. So I've been a lawyer for 10 years now, and prior to that I was a music producer. Yeah, I mean, I think with law you need to have the training, but it's never too late to get it. So I think I would say if you're interested in a career in law in general, focus on that and what that involves at its most basic form, and then you can add the other music or film and TV or whatever else on top. The industry specific stuff can come later. It's not just music, but in any industry it's really important to have a basic concept of the way that the law operates in the country that you live in. And I think music is an industry where people come into it and can quickly get themselves tied up in agreements that they actually end up regretting down the line. So you can mitigate that with a fairly basic understanding of contract law and what you are or are not agreeing to. A legal degree helps definitely, but it's not an essential. A lot of this information you can find just by looking it up online. It is really important to read the contract that you're being asked to sign, and that can seem really boring or perhaps intimidating, but the legalese aside, a lot of the basic premise of the contract should be set out there in terms of what's being asked of you, what is being asked of your counterparty, what you're going to do for each other, the consideration of the contract. Quite often we see people signing things that they are not really entirely understanding of what they're committing to, and that's when problems arise down the road. They maybe commit to a certain number of songs or recordings being given to a label, and then they change their mind, or they don't understand that that's what they've committed to. Things like exclusivity, the term of a contract, the territories involved, so the jurisdiction of the contract, all sorts of things that in a good contract that information should be there, and it doesn't need to be 200 pages long. So it's a lot of people just sort of agreeing something verbally, being sent a contract and just signing it without properly looking through it.